In a mountain hamlet where winter arrives like a verdict, men race the sun as if it were an enemy. Grain sits in lofts, oxen steam in the cold, and a single mistake, an unseasoned beam, a hasty cut, can bring a bridge to its knees and a village to hunger. When time feels against you, pride offers shortcuts that crumble at first frost. Today's story follows two craftsmen at the edge of the pass. Edmund, steady as granite, and Martin, strong and restless. The stakes are simple and severe. Open the road safely, or strand the valley till spring. You'll hear why patience is not idleness but strength with direction, and why waiting, rightly held, saves more than wood and stone. It saves men from themselves. Ignore it, and you'll spend your days fighting the clock. Learn it, and time itself will lift at your shoulder when the burden feels heaviest, truly. Year 1491, snow crept down to Greyvale's roofs. Edmund and Martin stood beside a half-laid footbridge, beams of larch stacked like sleeping oxen. The stream gnashed its teeth on rock. Reeve John came and pleaded, "Before the next storm, or the cart road is shut." Martin's jaw worked. "We can force the green beams now. Peg them deep, bind them hard." Edmund set his palm to a plank, listening. Greenwood swells against iron, then shrinks. A bridge built in hurry fails in thaw. He placed an hour candle in a brass dish and banked a charcoal fire beneath a wicker screen. We season the faces, not to cheat time but to learn the wood's mind. Wedges, not nails. Lashings, not pride. Men muttered about hunger and snow. The river kept its single song. Martin paced, time pressing like a hand between his shoulders. Every hour lost is a measure of barley gone. It feels as if time itself were pushing us back. "Let it pass through you," Edmund said. "Choose your hour. Do not let the hour choose you." They scraped frost from the beams. Steam lifted where heat kissed sap. A twist revealed itself. Edmund marked it with chalk. There. That turn would crack a pin come spring. Reeve John watched, worry easing from his brow. "Work it as you must," he said, and stepped aside. Martin stared at the candle's slow gutter. "How do you bear the weight of waiting?" Edmund turned the plank so the grain faced the current. He nodded at the fire, at the river, at the sky. "Hear now how a boy learned to wait." Edmund's voice lowered to match the river's pulse. "When I was small, I built a stone ford in a day, threw rocks in until the water foamed, then ran a cart across. Halfway, the stream took the wheel and the cart spun like a leaf. My father said nothing. He waited for the flood to fall. Then he had me stand in the shallows at dawn and place stones only where the current consented. Flat faces to flow, weight on weight. It took 7 mornings. That crossing held 3 winters." His words moved like water over bedrock, gentle, relentless. Martin kept his hands at the wedges while Edmund spoke, the hour candle shortening grain by grain, tallow sweet and smoky. Wind worried the ravine. Spindrift hissed across the planks. Inside the wicker screen the brazier made a small world of measured heat. Leather creaked. Frost rhymed their beards. They turned each beam, letting steam show the hidden turn, trimming and aligning until the wood settled and lay quiet in the hands. "Discipline over distraction," Edmund said. "You cannot bargain with time, but you can befriend its ways. Hold what you can hold. Let the rest pass." By noon, the marked beams fit without force. Rawhide lashings drew them into the abutments. Wedges whispered home beneath the mallet. Edmund pressed his weight, testing the give, listening for complaint. "Now," he said. Martin led the first careful crossing, 1 step, then another. Feeling the bridge answer, not argue, a faint thrum through the soles like a plucked string. Reeve John exhaled, as if setting down a sack. Men on the path lifted hands in thanks and began to bring grain, boots drumming a promise into wood. Martin looked upstream to where frost silvered the banks and ravens watched from the alder. "It still feels like time pushes," he said. Edmund smiled into the cold. "It only pushes the impatient. For the steady, it carries." He drew the back of his glove along the rail, felt the chill, then the steadiness beneath. They doused the coals and packed the candle stub. Smoke wrote a thin line into the pale air. The pass accepted the day's work without spectacle. Martin laid his palm to the rail, then to his chest. "When time feels against me," he said, "I will place my stones at dawn." The river kept its single song, unhurried, unafraid. And the valley kept its road. Above, the peaks listened, and winter eased its grip for one day of peace.